Happy Republic Day, guys, and Jai Hind. Today we celebrated our 67th Republic Day. The 67th Republic Day parade on New Delhi's Rajpath today was a spectacular display of India's military might and rich cultural diversity. The event, with French President Francois as guest of honor, also witnessed a few firsts, and here they are. First, French army contingent became the first ever foreign military group to march in the parade. For the first time in the history of Republic Day, foreign troops joined the celebration as soldiers from France's 35th Infantry Regiment, one of the country's oldest active regiment, marched alongside their Indian counterparts. France's participation was a reciprocal gesture after Indian troops marched on Bastille Day in Paris in 2009. Army Dog Squad returns after 26 years. After 26 years, the Indian Army's unsung heroes returned to the parade. A dog squad drawn from the Army's Remount Veterinary Corps, clad in maroon and gold striped coats, marched along with dog handlers. The squad, comprising Labrador and German Shepherds, work in resistive northern region of Kashmir, detecting explosives and landmines and tracking avalanches. Only 36 of 1,200 army dogs were chosen and underwent weeks of training in preparation for the march. Ex-servicemen tableau instead of a parade. This was a break from Indian tradition. Instead of marching contingent of former servicemen, there was a tableau dedicated to the army veterans in the first part of the parade. Fourth, motorized sliding glass roof for VVIPs. It rained on the Republic Day parade last year, forcing the then guest US President Barack Obama to take shelter under a large umbrella, in what was said to be an embarrassment for the organizers. This year, the VVIP's enclosure had a motorized sliding glass roof in case there was a rain. The roof was rolled back for the Air Force fly past for a clearer view of the spectacle. Fifth, Bravery Award winning children marched at the end of the parade. In another break with tradition, the young recipients of the National Award for Bravery marched only towards the end of the parade. In earlier Republic Day parades, the children rode on elephants in what used to be one of the highlights of the parade. Now it's time for a quick lesson in history. Republic Day honors the date on which Constitution of India came into force on 26 January 1950, replacing the Government of India Act 1935 as the governing document of India. The Constitution was adopted by the Indian Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949 and came into effect on 26 January 1950 with a democratic government system, completing the country's transition towards becoming an independent republic. 26 January was chosen as the Republic Day because it was this day in 1930 when the Declaration of Indian Independence, Purna Swaraj, was proclaimed by the Indian National Congress as opposed to the dominion status offered by the British regime. India achieved independence from British rule on 15th August 1947 following the Indian independence movement, noted for largely peaceful, non-violent resistance and civil disobedience led by Mahatma Gandhi. The independence came through the Indian Independence Act 1947, an act of the Parliament of the United Kingdom that partitioned British India into two new independent dominions of the British Commonwealth, India and Pakistan. India obtained its independence on 15th August 1947 as a constitutional monarchy, with George VI as the head of the state and the Earl Mountbatten as Governor General. The country, though, did not yet have a permanent constitution. Instead, its laws were based on the Modified Colonial Government of India Act 1935. On 28 August 1947, the drafting committee was appointed to draft a permanent constitution with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as chairman, while India's Independence Day celebrates its freedom from British rule. The Republic Day celebrates the coming into force of its constitution. A draft constitution was prepared by the committee to submitted to the assembly on 4th November 1947. The assembly met in session open to public for 166 days, spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days before adopting the constitution. After many deliberations and some modifications, the 308 members of the assembly signed the handwritten copies of the document on 24 January 1950. 2 days later, it came into effect throughout the nation. Thank you guys, this was it. And once again, Happy Republic Day and Jai Hind.